Yo, what's going on, guys? Hey, it's Mike, Sin, whatever the hell you want to call me. Hey, real quick before the video, I just want to say a big thank you for 100 subscribers. Now, I know it doesn't seem like too much of a big deal, but for me, it's like, wow, people actually want to watch me play. I'm just a big dumb goofball. But anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoy. Let's jump right into the damn video. So you want to play Assassination Rogue, is that right? Well, you came to the right place, guys. Today, I'm going to show you how to do so. So first thing you want to do, if you want to be the absolute best DPS in the game, biggest damage, all around, most mobility, best defensives, you want to go to create a new character and select Druid. From there, you're going to want to spec Pharaoh. I hope you enjoyed the video. Assassination Rogue Guide. Guys, we're going to go over how to gear, what your talent should be, your honor talents. Maybe I'll throw in some macros, and on top of that, maybe we'll get to some openers, like some situational openers and some regular openers. So without further ado, I'm gonna shut the hell up and we're gonna jump right in this damn thing right now. All right, guys, in terms of the gear, how the hell am I supposed to gear my Assassination Rogue? Well, it's actually very simple. Remember how I told you guys when it comes to gearing the sub rogue, we want mastery then verse? Well, Assass is actually identical. So you're gonna go mastery verse, and a lot of people are only rocking the 2 set. Now I don't know if that's because nobody can get the 4 set yet. I lucked out. I got the hands from Raid Finder, so I'm rocking the 4 set. But guys, everything you want is verse mass. Okay, you can go for a little bit of haste, but it's not necessary. You do not need it. So let's jump right into talents. So this is what you're looking at is pretty much what I run all the time. I never not run Deathstalker. I just like it, you know, I like how it feels. But when you're playing Deathstalker, it's good to stay Lingering Darkness, because after Deathmark you get that 30% increased nature damage, so you're still gonna be bleeding people like crazy. I haven't tried this yet, but I'd be curious to see if it does damage, like good damage, like Shiv increases the damage next envenom by 15%. Like that could be good for maybe like a cheesy one-shot, but for the most part, I'm gonna say 99% of the time you're gonna want to run Lingering Darkness. You know, Sidewalker, you're definitely gonna run that for the Shadowstep. This is gonna be hit or miss depending on what you're versing. If you're versing double caster, obviously you want to go with the Ethereal Cloak. But if you're versing like Warrior Mage or something, or Warrior Caster, then you're gonna want to go Bane Switch, right? And then on top of that, Moment in Despair. I mean, you actually are hitting Fans and Knives now as Assass quite a bit, so it does make sense. Now, on the rogue side, there's only a couple things I want to go over. One, without a trace, you want that extra vanish, and if you're Night Elf, brownie points so you even have a meld, because whenever you get stealth, you're gonna have that free Garrote Rupture where it literally bleeds everybody, right? And it's increased damage. So if you're an elf, bonus points, but if you're not, it's okay. Go without a trace, because you want 2 vanishes. Thistle Tea will eventually become a passive, but right now it's really good to get that extra energy when you're bursting or when you're gonna Shiv or whatever. Trust me, you're gonna want to lock in Thistle Tea. Over here, Sudden Demise. This is a very big talent to have. Pretty much the second these guys hit, well, let's say when they're in execute range, they just die. Usually they just die. This one's interesting. You definitely want to play this because this makes the opener less clunky for Assass, in my opinion. It's actually it makes Assassination Rogue a lot easier. This is like one of the biggest talents, in my opinion, to be running. And then obviously you want the precision for the Shiv, especially because this is a major cleave spec now. You are going to do a lot of cleave damage, and you're going to find out. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and copy this build, put it in the description so you guys can control C it in the description and control V it in the game, okay? So, honor talents, we got Hemotoxin. This is a lock-in, never change it. Smoke Bomb, pretty much a lock-in, never change it. The only one you're ever really playing with is between Disarm and Vial of the Midnight. Disarm, obviously good against anybody that can be disarmed. So, like, you're not gonna run this into a mage. But this can also be really good into, let's say, like, Windwalker Monk, because you're going to be able to cloak. Yeah, cloaking the karma is huge, or something like that. So all this is very situational, but I'm going to say 80% of the time you're probably going to run Vial of the Midnight with the meta currently, but you're going to occasionally get the Fury Warrior, so then you're going to go Disarm. Guys, let's talk macros. So if you guys watched my how to play sub rogue guide I had, where I had focus sap, focus kidney, focus cheap, I'm still gonna put all that in the description. So I'll control C all that stuff, control V it right in the description, so you can control copy it and paste it into your general macros or specific macros. Now let's talk assassination only macros though. So starting off with the Shiv macro. For some reason, the Shiv macro feels so good. I don't think a lot of rogues do this, and this is just a little advice that I do. Now, I still have it on a keybind here, so when I hit it, like if I don't have a Shiv available, I have a Thistle Tea. But 9 out of 10 times, I'm gonna have a Shiv available for a Thistle Tea. It just feels really fluid, so like when I do my damage or whatever, like let's say I get a kidney, right? Now I'm gonna hit Shiv, and I'm back to full energy, right? So that macro just feels incredible. I don't know what it is about it, but it feels absolutely incredible. Try it out. Like I said, I'll copy and paste it in the description for you. Basic Deathmark one, the one shot, you know, this is gonna go ahead and pop your badge, and this is gonna pop your blood fury if you are orc. So another one to actually have. Alright guys, let's talk opener. Now, there's a lot of different ways to open as Assassination Rogue, and I'm gonna break it down into 3 ways. Actually, let's make it even easier. Because in 1v1, you can pretty much just cheap shot, rupture, garrote, and then do your damage. And like in a 1v1 scenario, if you're versing like a warrior ret. And then if you're versing like a mage, you're gonna open garrote, rupture, right? Now that is in a 1v1 scenario. We're focused on the 2v2 and 3v3, or even in the RBGs. So what are the best ways to open in 2v2 and 3v3? Let's start with 2v2. How the hell am I supposed to open as an assassination rogue in the 2v2 scenario? Well, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say you are playing Disc Priest Assass Rogue, because that is simply the best comp to play as an Assass Rogue for 2v2. So find yourself a Disc Priest to make this absolutely perfect. But anyways, let's say you're versing Windwalker Monk, Disc Priest. Let's say the Windwalker Monk here is Greenie, and the Skull is the Disc Priest. So what I'm gonna do in the opener, and this is a very basic introduction to 2v2 Arena as an assassination rogue, okay? Is I'm gonna run in here, and keep in mind we're playing with the Disc Priest. We're gonna go ahead and sap the enemy Disc Priest, okay? So we're sapping the enemy Disc Priest for 2 reasons. 1, we need to get some source of CC going, and 2, my Disc Priest will be able to fear off that for an extra 6 seconds. So he's gonna sit a 6-second sap into a 6-second fear. We're gonna open with cheap shot, garrote, rupture, ambush, probably Shiv, Deathmark, you know, Crimson Tempest. Now we're gonna have enough combo points after the fear's falling off. So that 6-second fear's falling off, boom, you wanna step kidney him for an extra 5 seconds and keep doing damage. Because keep in mind, we have an execute as a Sass Rogue. So if this guy dips below 10% health, it's instantly game over. Now, I'm not saying you'll kill every single time in the opener, but a lot of the times you are going to force trinkets, lots of major cooldowns. I will say this isn't foolproof, because the higher raid you get, people like to preemptively use like Bops, Karma, or no, sorry, not Bops and Karmas. They like to preemptively use Rops, or Shields of Vengeances, or the Blade Storm. So that's another key factor, guys. If you're versing an Arms Warrior, what you could do is you can even go ahead and sap the Arms Warrior, open the healer. Because if the Arms Warrior or like, you know, Berserker rages, then your Disc Priest can fear off, and he has to sit that full fear if you save your kidney, you know what I mean? So there's just a lot of ways you can do things as an Assassin Rogue right now, but that was one of the basic ways of opening. We're in a solo shuffle / 3v3 scenario. What the hell do we do? So we're gonna say these guys over here, Skull and Cross, they are the melee DPS and the Star is the healer. Or these guys are the DPS and this is the healer. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna run here, sap the healer. You always want to start with the sap on the healer. Then let's go ahead and say Skull's an Arms Warrior and Cross is a Ret Paladin. So if you're versing like Ret Warfare, say, you're gonna want to cheap shot. Yes, you're gonna want to cheap shot the warrior, get your garrote, get your rupture, probably put a fans and knives, and then kidney the red. By then, you're gonna go ahead and blind the healer, and you're gonna keep on pumping the red. Now, you may get stopped, and it actually might be worth committing a trinket early on in the game, guys. And the reason I say that is because you want to force as much as fucking possible in this opener, because you are going to commit sap and blind. And I'm hoping nobody breaks your sap or blind, because with an assassination opener, you can do some serious damage, especially if you're playing with like a Frost Mage or an Affliction Lock. Like, you are going to force some serious cooldowns in an opener. Alright guys, if you made this far in the video, I just want to say thank you. And once again, another thank you for helping me hit 100 subs. I greatly appreciate that. If you want to see more content like this, please feel free to let me know, and take it easy.